Holy shit, that's hilarious.
This is my favorite podcast already. I'm so happy.
That shirt is my favorite shirt.
Thank you. I got it at a thrift store.
Was that at the thrift store?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, that was just so
It's so
fucking
stunning.
funny.
Look at how it's so ephemeral and see-through and beautiful.
What is ephemeral?
That's a big
mean?
word, ephemeral.
Oh, like sort of like see-through, wishy-washy, sort of fairy-like, ephemeral, like magical.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't see that. I felt like a
kinda do feel
third
like
grade
that.
paint.
It's like a
teacher.
90s third grade paint, but
when
it's...
you lift your arm and the sun shines through it, I can see the outline of your body.
I can just still see just your arm, by the way, in
Yeah.
the shot, just pointing at the shirt.
It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm glad you like it.
Thank you. Thank you for being glad that I like your shirt.
Well, thank you for going on our podcast.
Oh my God, I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. When does it begin? How do we start?
It's already
sort of-
begun.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
this
happening.
is just kind of what we do. So we just have people come in, we sit them down. We thought you were interesting the other night, so here you are.
And now we're just going to have a chit chat.
I was
Yeah,
blackout drunk.
How do you feel?
Were you?
Actually, I was.
So you don't remember me at all, do you?
Vaguely.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Do you remember her?
So.
Oh, definitely, I remember her.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I can't believe you said yes to this. You're like, I don't remember who you people
No,
are.
I do remember. It's not that I don't remember you. I remember you. I just don't remember all of the stupid shit that I probably did.
There were some things.
Don't tell me.
It's okay.
I don't want to know.
There were some things.
Also-
I understand.
Also, do you really want to keep her out of the frame this whole time?
Kind of.
I request.
That's fine.
Really?
I had a chemical peel. I don't know if everybody heard this yet.
Yeah, tell them what happened.
I got a free chemical peel
It was
today.
free?
Well, yeah, except for I have Catholic guilt without being Catholic. And so
Okay.
I bought product to make up for the fact that I got a free chemical peel. I had a chemical peel some time ago that was ineffective to the point where I complained about it, and I never complain about anything. So she was like, well, you never complain. I'll give you a free one. But still, I basically spent...
That was like that other story. We were like, and I was paying for everything when you were like getting something.
So did the products you have to buy cost more than a chemical peel?
Probably. I would say.
Equal. Probably about equal.
Okay.
It's
Well,
all
there
right.
you go. It's totally cool.
I love my facial lady.
How often do you get facials?
Twice a day? Or?
I go once every other month.
Damn.
But it's because all of the actors out there know, like, if you struggle with bad skin, it's like a huge blow to your confidence. It becomes like incredibly difficult to audition effectively.
Well, I think just anybody in general, right?
That's probably true. I mean, I never struggled with problem skin until late college, and then all of a sudden I was like, there was one moment where I really had, like, it almost looked like a beard, a full beard of, like, cystic, deep, pustule acne. It was the most mortifying thing that I've ever gone through in my life. If quite honestly, there was one moment where I thought, if this continues for 5 more years, I am going to kill myself.
No.
No, seriously, it's very serious for me.
Oh, wow.
And so,
I don't think your skin looks bad at all.
No, I
She's dealing with
chemical.
it.
Yeah.
I get chemical peels.
But no,
This is
no,
not
no,
what
no.
she's talking about.
No. But people like that have as bad as acne as you're saying will have like really bad scars sometimes.
I know, thank God.
And you don't.
Thank God. I mean, I still have like little divots that are barely noticeable, but of course, everybody understands this. When you look at your face, there are those like 2 or 3 things where you're like, fuck you, face. And you just look at those things. I've got a few little acne scars that are barely noticeable that are my things.
Oh, that you like they really bother you?
Damn.
Everybody has it. Everybody has it. I'm not special. It's just real. And I think not a lot of people talk about it.
What,
So
their acne problems?
yeah,
Or-
just
Yeah.
like being real about like, okay, so this is something I deal with. I don't take a lot of selfies if I have problems that week, or it's.
Do you have like flare-ups or something like that?
Yeah, period time, of course. So anytime my hormones are going crazy, my body is still like, oh my God. But when it was really bad, I think that was because I was struggling with issues of like identity. I was lying to myself about who I wanted to be, about my values, and so my insides just sort of panicked and told me to get my shit together.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Hey.
Welcome to the Have a Seat
people
podcast.
that I met blackout drunk at a party. I made it.
I know. I feel like I really don't know much about you because that's all.
Well, when we were...
Yeah, ask me anything. I will honestly answer any question you have almost too honestly.
You are perfect for this podcast.
Bring it on.
So wait, how did you get into comedy? I think that's kind of...
Yeah, because so we were sitting out at Bird's restaurant, and then you walked up.
Yep.
And I noticed you instantly because you're cute. And
Thanks, man.
Oh,
You guys don't know it.
At least like pop in, say hi or something.
No,
no,
Okay.
not at
all.
all.
Just keep the hand in there then.
Just the hand is the best part. Just like put a thinking, like make your hand be a character. That's perfect.
No, but when you walked up and everyone else walked up and said hi to you, I thought everyone there already knew you when you guys all knew each other and took a class together.
When we were
UCB.
eating. Yeah. We had that one class together where she
You called me out, bitch.
That was the funniest thing I saw all day. And she so they did this thing where somebody had a story. That was your story, wasn't it?
Which one?
The one about your brother selling tickets?
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking tell the story.
Oh my God.
What?
So I hope my brother never sees this. He'd be mortified that I
He won't.
He won't know.
He won't. No one sees it. Also, no one knows your identity.
You're right.
You can tell us anything.
But I think you'll know. So I had a bedroom in the basement. I'm the eldest of 4, so I sort of got these privileges. And there was an egress window. It's the only window in my bedroom.
And egress means?
It's basically a dug out window that's just for if a fire comes, I can get the fuck out of my room.
Oh.
So it's a window that faces a metal, like a corrugated metal U-shaped tube. Sort of like a Mario tube.
Yeah.
Like what you'd assume the inside of a Mario tube would look like.
Yep.
And then at the top, it's just our yard looking down. But
so if you're above, you're standing on the yard and there's like a little step down and then a window you could probably
but mine
kick.
was kind of deep. Like a toddler. Tall toddler.
Toddler-sized.
Tall toddler.
Which is exactly your size.
Yeah.
Yo, that's, you don't know.
This is going to be an epic podcast.
So that's how...
Someone died. Sorry.
That's rude. No, it's just a cop car. Somebody's
okay.
just
Breaking the
don't
law.
worry, everybody. It's just domestic violence. So egress window. It's deeper than normal, and little did I know, I can't see out because of my angle in my bedroom, but it's very easy to see in from the top.
Okay.
My brother, who's just a year younger than me, discovered this and began selling tickets to his friends to watch me just live my life. I have no idea.
Wait, you're making it sound intense because it was funny when you were... I feel bad that I'm laughing now.
No, it's fucking hilarious, man. I would be on the bed, like, scissoring with my boyfriend and, doing some crazy exploring shit. And my brother, who knows how often they were watching me.
Oh my God. What a fucking hustler, though.
Yeah, right? Businessman.
But also...
He did some crazy shit. My neighbor was
Where are
growing
you from,
weed.
real quick?
Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota. My neighbor was growing weed, and my brother would sneak over to his house when he was at work and steal some of the weed. But once he got overzealous and he stole like a pound of this guy's weed and started selling it at high school and calling it Fruit Loops. And the neighbor comes over with a shotgun and he's like, "Give me your boy."
Oh my God.
It was insane. Oh my God.
Give me your boy. What did they
Give me your boy.
What did they respond
Give me your
with?
firstborn. Oh wait, that's you.
That's me. Give me Tierney.
How do you react to somebody having, like, what?
Oh man, it was dramatic. My dad just said, please understand, we'll pay you back. He's a stupid kid. Please don't kill my son.
Do you really think he was going to go for it, though, and kill him?
I'm not sure. I doubt
Maybe.
it. I doubt it. I bet he would have shot at his feet.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, dance.
Scared him.
Like that. What is that in?
Just a warning shot.
That's in
Western,
Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
The Joe Pesci
I
makes
think
him dance.
that's Casino.
No, it's not.
I don't know
Casino.
what movie it is.
It's Goodfellas.
It's Goodfellas, yeah, but then he actually does shoot him, right?
Yeah, but then he does shoot him in the foot.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, wait. And I think he kills him, too.
No, that's what I'm
Probably.
saying.
Yeah,
Like, he shot him in the foot, and he
yeah.
was like, oh, fucking you cocksucker. And he was like, what? And then fucking
Shoots that kid.
lit him up.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite movies. I should probably know that.
Oh, really?
It's one of mine,
Goodfellas?
too.
Goodfellas?
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese?
It's, she spit on a floor. I can't, who would spit on her own floor?
Is that the
Yeah.
scene where she's, like, talking on the phone?
Yeah, and she spits on her carpet because
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to come in. It's like the
Yeah, yeah,
montage
yeah.
of all of the mob wives, I think.
Yeah.
It's good.
Exactly, yeah. But enough about Goodfellas.
I've never felt so left out of a
You've
conversation.
never seen Goodfellas?
No,
And honestly, you've never felt more left out of a conversation. What a sheltered life you've
I know.
led.
I'm like amazed
We gotta
by
watch
it.
Goodfellas.
No, because I usually am the one who's like very like blah 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 blah, like the movie blah blah, and you guys just did that, and I was like, I don't know what either of you are talking about.
I wanna.
What?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so back to comedy. What?
Right.
So how'd you get into that? Like, what made you want to come out here and get into improv?
I didn't come here for comedy.
What'd you come here for?
I came here for anything acting,
other than Minnesota?
Any acting that I could get my hands on. What I really believe I was doing was escaping a relationship I wanted to get out of. And I was a theater major, and I knew that I really thought that I wanted to do stage acting.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved to the place where there is no stage acting. But it seemed like I was drawn here in a way that I don't know how to explain. It was just one moment I realized I had to drive to Los Angeles. And so I did it, and
When was this? Like, what year?
I was 25 and I'm 29 now.
So 4 years ago.
4 No,
5 almost.
it'll be 6 in June.
Oh.
Because I'm almost 30. I turned 30 on my birthday, which is my anniversary to Los Angeles Day.
You moved here on your
so
birthday?
was mine.
How
Yeah,
poetic.
right.
That's cool.
I did.
We are both such romantics.
I didn't like do it on
romantics.
purpose. That just kind of is
I
how
knew
it
it would
happened.
be a few days around there.
Oh, I didn't know. I was just like, I have to go, and then
I must go.
well, my sister got here first, and there was like, I was living in Texas with my parents, and she sent a text that was like, hey, we need a third roommate. And it was like, either I don't go and I try to find my own way because I want to be fucking bullheaded and be like, well, I don't want to live with my sister. But it was like, no, I get to LA a lot faster if I just say, okay, and then deal with the rim.
I
You know?
think that's awesome. I bet it brought you closer together. Living together as an adult seems like a real gift. And not a lot of siblings get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think even
You're
if
making,
it's...
now that I'm
it's-
currently trying to move out.
Oh. Well, even so, I think that's fair too, deciding that it's not for you and better for your relationship. But I think that it seems really amazing to get that opportunity to understand what you guys are like outside of, your parents' reign. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever live with your siblings as an adult?
I wish. I'm trying to convince the youngest one to come and move out. I would make him
Why
be my
don't they want
roommate.
to?
They hate it here. I mean, they like it for vacation, but this is not. They're Minnesota
just not
boys.
them.
It's just not who they are.
Yeah.
It fills them with great anxiety.
That you're here?
No, to be
Oh,
here,
to be here.
to be driving, and
It's weird
too
how
busy
it
for them.
goes back to Mike. It's
I
like
know, dude. You're freaking me out.
Some people are just like that. It's weird. Like some people like love it. Like
Us.
I love it. Yeah.
Because the same thing, like I was just drawn here, like from just I don't know what the fuck it was, but I've told her before there was like, because I'm not far from here, right?
I'm not from far from here.
No.
No, I'm thinking this is like Wild Wild Country. We all just like, I heard the call.
Oh, please.
And now we're all finding each other.
If you don't think this is like some kind of a mystic cult, you're wrong. This is like, we are drawn by the gods here
Then
to
I'm
do
in.
some kind. There's like some kind of a
Shut
task.
in.
I don't know.
I feel
That
like you could be
sounds
the leader.
not that far off. You know what I mean?
I don't know. There was something. There was a force that
100%.
drew us here.
100%.
And
Yeah.
a part of mine was escapism. Mm-hmm. Like I felt like I needed to prove to myself that I could be bigger than somebody's girlfriend, somebody's daughter, always serving other people. I wanted to do something for myself and take care of myself and be too far away for anybody to save me easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking epic.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's very interesting because like a lot of people are very scared by that.
That's brave, is what that is.
It's a mixture of brave and stupid, I think, because I don't think I had that awareness then. I've come to that realization.
That it was stupid?
No, that it was an act of me standing up for myself as a woman and saying I need to prove to myself that I can be independent and really grow. I wanted to challenge myself. I knew that I had to put myself in a truly uncomfortable situation in order to test my abilities and truly start respecting myself, which up until that point I don't think I ever did. I'm still learning how to do it.
Well, I mean, everyone's constantly evolving.
Oh, I know, but don't you feel
It's
like
a
there are
never-ending
some
battle.
people who just have an easier time of not beating themselves up and
It's the
taking
people that-
themselves more seriously? And those are the people that we are like, you are special. You are somebody that...
I think they're just better at hiding it. I think everybody's kind of just... I think everybody has an underlying, feeling like that, but I think people are just better at hiding it than other people. And I think
or
that's really...
they've already faced
Or they've gone
it.
through it. Yeah, I have to believe that we're in a constant state of flux where we are growing in enlightenment and equipping ourselves with tools to better handle the situations that life throws at us. And then maybe a period where you're struggling still and you have to build new skill sets. You have to... But I don't think you ever go fully down again. I think that it's like when you reach a level saver in a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is that called when you get...
Checkpoint.
Yeah, a level saver? What's it called when you get to the level saver part? Yeah.
The checkpoint, yeah.
Checkpoint.
You hit a checkpoint, now
I think
you have
you
like a
hit
new
checkpoints.
base.
And I feel like Los Angeles was a checkpoint for me.
Okay.
I had to get here so that...
I love thinking about it like that.
Yeah, it's a
It's
good
nice.
analogy.
Yeah.
Because initially I was like, I was so fearful that I wouldn't succeed and I'd have to leave. Mm-hmm. And now I'm realizing that no matter what comes, no matter where my life takes me, this is a place where I can look back and say, I went through the hardest 6 years of my life. So far, it's been the hardest. Like, really dark. There's been a lot of dark. I don't know if that's what everybody's experience is like.
No.
And I don't know is this supposed to be a comedy podcast? Because I'm like...
Why? Because I'm smiling at you? When you say that, I'm sorry.
I'm just like, no. I'm just like, I don't know if we want to go into
this isn't a genre-specific podcast.
Great,
It's just,
okay.
we're just talking.
So like, it's been more...
Why
We
has it
might
been...
actually just release this as an audio because I don't think it would work as a video.
Okay.
I mean, I was
Anyway.
just thinking that this
Yeah.
would be a more compelling conversation if it wasn't seen. I don't know.
We'll throw it up there, whatever. I mean, if we don't have to.
We can edit
doesn't
it,
matter.
whatever.
Just fix it in post. Move on, fix it in post.
No, because I want to have like this conversation, but I don't.
Yeah,
Don't
no, we
what?
can go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere you want.
I just
baby.
want to have a real conversation.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, and
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to try and talk about fucking Thor right now, it'd be like bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't see it anywhere. I didn't see
We
it.
just watched Thor Ragnarok.
How
Yeah.
was it? Was it like...
it's good. Do you like comic book movies?
Oh, no. what if I don't?
I don't care.
Okay, I don't.
Okay. What kind of movies
Most
do you
people
like?
don't. Real
I
ones?
like
Goodfellas.
slow and hard to watch usually. Or like really weird. The most recent movie that I was rewatching it. I was showing my boyfriend Swiss Army Man.
I've seen that.
I thought that recently
really liked
that's
it,
one of my favorites. And Lobster, I really loved.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Like really out there, far out movies.
Yeah.
Have you seen a trailer for the movie called Under the Silver Lake?
Oh gosh, this is going to make me sound even more pretentious. I don't watch trailers because I feel like they give away too much information. And so I get an idea based on a still.
Okay.
Or word of mouth. And then I don't listen to anything because I want to be surprised by art. It's
wow.
Have you heard that?
Fucking pretentious,
That's pretentious
dude.
as shit,
That's pretentious, dude.
I mean, it's a beautiful way to interact with art.
I try to do that with theater as well. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what it's about. I don't even want to know if it's a comedy.
Did you start doing that once you got here, or were you always like that about movies?
I've been like that forever.
Oh, cool.
I feel the same way though, and I feel like nowadays like trailers are really.
Oh, trailers.
Dude, trailers might as well just like the Avengers movie. It like basically showed Vision dying.
Yeah, you see that, and then you're like, oh, I want to see this movie, and then you see it, like, okay, got that.
But have you heard Under the Silver Lake?
Not yet.
It literally takes place in Silver Lake, and it looks really, really good. I forgot the director, but it looks really good. I thought maybe you've heard of it. It's kind of like that Swiss Army Man type movie.
Great.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. It's not out yet, but when it is.
Let's do it. So wait, okay. I want to know about your writing, actually.
Yeah.
What's happening with that?
I'm working on a couple of different projects right now. I have a writing partner. I'm so thankful for Jeff.
Where did you meet Jeff?
Oh my gosh, this is funny. I met Jeff. He was the photographer. I was doing some promotional work for a theater, and they put out nudie playing cards every year, and I was having my picture taken for nude playing cards.
What?
You were featured on a nude playing card?
Uh-huh.
Was it full nudity?
Yes, it was.
Couple of them.
Yeah, it was. We didn't do any like full vag shots. I didn't like.
It was very
I didn't
Playboy.
show anybody my lips.
What kind of theater was this?
It's
burlesque.
No, it's a really reputable, good. It's called Rogue Machine Theater, and I really love the work that they do. I've never been cast, but I've been in there.
But you've been a nude.
I've been a nude model in their playing cards. And that's how I met Jeff. And we became really good friends. And he's incredibly special to me. He had a son at a really young age. He accidentally knocked up this beautiful woman who was much older than him and who tried to trap him into a relationship with a child.
Terrifying.
Yeah. But he's this incredibly vivacious, schmooze expert. He's just incredibly, basically the way I feel about him is my deficiencies are filled up by him and his deficiencies are filled up by me. And so we've been writing together for a little over a year now. So we're working on what everybody in Los Angeles is working on, a pilot and a feature.
Oh.
And the pilot's done, and I think that it's good.
What is the genre of it?
Oh, I would call it, did you ever see Parenthood?
No, but I know what it is.
It's sort of in that genre, so it's going to be dark comedy, but with a more realistic bent. It's not going to probably be laugh out loud comedy. It's
dark humor.
I wouldn't even call it dark. Family humor. It's mostly drama with a comedic backbone.
And this is going to be like a TV show?
I mean,
well, no, that's what the goal is, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what the goal is, right?
Yeah.
Where do you see that being played?
ABC.
Specifically, you already thought about it?
No, that's just it was kind of like word association. Like, where do you want to be? ABC. I don't know. No, I don't care. I honestly, I don't even know if it'll go anywhere. Mm-hmm. My goal with it was to finally, I struggle with finishing things in my writing.
Yeah, so do I.
So it was really helpful to me to have a partner, somebody to keep me accountable, sort of like a running buddy. Mm-hmm. So we've been just keeping each other to writing appointments, and we've been finishing stuff, and it's been really, I feel like I've been learning so much about things that hold me back in my writing style. And then I'm also working right now on something that I'm really excited about, a short story collection. And it's, I don't know if I'll let anybody read it, but I actually think that they're good.
Why will you let anybody read it?
I'm not sure. I probably will. I'm just in that, maybe. I'm in that stage right now where, if you think something's good, then you also think, like, there's that other side of you that thinks, man, if I think this is good, it must be real shit, right?
Yeah.
Because I do. I have like a duplicitous nature where I at once love myself more than I've ever loved anybody, and I also wish myself dead. Like, it's.
But why do you wish that for yourself though? Like,
I don't actually. It's just like that self-loathing, like, ugh.
Like you have like the angel on one shoulder
Definitely,
and
I've
demon
got the
on.
angel demon.
Okay.
I hope. I don't hope everybody does. I hope everybody's more balanced. But
I think everyone understands that at least. Like I think a lot of people here especially understand that, because a lot of people here are dealing with like struggles and, like some people move here because they just want to get into something cool and they don't want to be trapped by like society, and then some people move here because they that they feel like there's like they just like have to escape something, but like you still carry your demons with you.
Oh, yeah, you have to exercise them slowly.
Which is what it sounds like what you're doing, right?
Yeah. Things have been going really well. I've been taking things actually a little less seriously, which is helping me. For a long time, I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to show the results.
Prove to people back home that you did it?
Yeah. Like I didn't just move to Los Angeles to turn into a waitress. I'm actually doing something. But I realized that in putting that kind of pressure on myself and then also going through these obstacles, some of which were my fault and others just circumstantial, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I don't remember.
That fucking happens to me all the time too. I'm just talking. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait.
Oh my god,
you get
guys
like super
are
deep.
So on the same page, it's ridiculous. And I'm over here like I don't know. I feel like I should leave the room or something.
No,
you're good.
Well, just because I feel like.
Jog me. What were we talking about?
You were talking about that you didn't just move here to be like a waitress.
Oh, right. So I'm going easier on myself with this idea that I haven't reached these landmarks, right? I haven't succeeded in the way that I envisioned succeeding by now, and I was really embarrassed about it for a long time.
Like when you first moved here, you were like, I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah,
and then you got
like,
here and it was great for a little bit.
6 months, I think. If I don't have an agent in 6 months, I'm doing something wrong. 6 years later,
you could be a Disney princess voice.
Oh, I should.
Dude,
I love that. You could have an animated something.
I want to.
You could.
I've always wanted to. Actually,
you could work at Disneyland and play Tinkerbell.
Don't think I didn't think about it, but no, not Tinkerbell. I'm not a Tinkerbell.
But you
have
similar features.
I just cut my hair.
Oh, we just told everybody what you look like. Fuck.
Oh, no. She looks just like Tinkerbell, but like Tinkerbell with like acid poured on her face.
It's not that bad.
I know it's not.
I think you have a way worse interpretation of what your face looks like than what it actually is. You're very pretty.
You have such a pretty face.
Forever.
Forever what?
I have something called body dysmorphia.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
It's cool. It's fine working on that as well. I go to therapy on Saturdays.
God,
At least you're a fucking good sport about it.
It's so crazy because I feel like I totally like am enamored with you being, like, going after your growth like this. It's like I'm having trouble keeping it together.
Why?
Because I've only had to go through, like, one thing.
Oh, that's okay, though. Your things are coming.
Thanks, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
It's just true,
And you came
man.
from Virginia.
It's
What
just
does that
true.
mean?
I'm just kidding.
And your struggle, it's grown you as much as it will, and you're allowed to be in the place that you are. Don't rush into, like, working through.
No, I'm saying I've already, like, I don't have to work through anything else.
Like, you feel fortunate almost.
Yeah,
that you didn't
I'm
have
like,
to-
So cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's like, it makes me really sad.
Why?
Because I wish that you didn't have to go through all of that.
No. Shift your perspective. This is how. You just say, I get to go through this. I have the privilege of going through a rough season in my life. This is going to shape me and grow me in a way that I don't know. I don't understand it yet. And I am so excited to see the person that I'm going to be because of this.
I know, I'm excited for
I'm
you.
so excited. And I feel like I have been really low for a number of years, and I feel like I've climbed to a place where I can fully appreciate what happened.
Oh, when you look back
I'm
at
looking
everything.
back. I'm getting to the
and
point
now
where
you're forward.
there's still like a bit of a climb, but I feel so much stronger now, and I feel more capable and resilient than I ever have. It's true. Moving here has helped me grow and find more respect for the woman that I really am, instead of the woman that I want other people to see me as.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, I was really obsessed with the idea of shifting other people's versions of me in their mind. Like, I was obsessed with this idea that they might not have the right picture.
Yeah.
They might have.
By the way, if you want to go get more water, please feel free.
I feel fine for right now,
Okay,
but I
cool.
appreciate I appreciate that.
Yeah. No. Okay. So, like,
So you were so consumed with trying to
Impress
warp people's
I mean,
opinions?
Form people's opinions. Like, I would just be hyper aware of who I was in front of every person. Like, I would figure out who they wanted me to be, and then I would adjust my personality accordingly. It's not that I would become disingenuous. I would just, like, extract certain things, like little bits. Like, if I knew that the person I was talking to was very conservative, I wouldn't be as crass, because I'm crass as fuck. You know what I mean? I talk about. I went on a podcast, the only other podcast I've ever been on. I talked about, and it was listened to live by a lot of people. I talked about this guy that I was seeing lifting me up by my ankles and eating my asshole out. So if I'm talking to someone...
Wait, say that again.
It was amazing, too.
I bet it was.
What happened?
It was actually the first time that somebody licked my butthole. Aww. And it didn't make me uncomfortable, and I think it's
good.
Because he was lifting you
because he
up by
lifted
your
me
ankles?
up. Yeah, for some
Like a
reason that
torch?
made it like...
You were like his torch?
I don't know if that's how I felt.
Torch.
I felt kind of like a showfish.
Interesting.
And I don't know why that didn't bother me until just now. Wait a minute.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god. That's okay. So you're a crass person.
I'm kind of crass. I'm kind of dirty, but I'm also, I present often like, oh, me? I would never. Mister, I can't believe you looked me up and down like that. Like, that's...
Oh, but in your head, you're
But
like,
in my head, I'm
I
like,
got you.
fuck you, dude. I'm gonna, you know, I don't know. Like, I'll wrap my lips so hard around your face that you suffocate. I don't know. I'm on a vagina mode now.
Yeah.
But
No, I get what you're saying.
so I guess what I'm saying is I've never known how to show my true self to everybody without editing. And I'm getting closer to the point in my life where I'm And it's still a struggle sometimes. I'm sure I have to believe a lot of comedians, probably especially female comedians, we feel like we have to cater to other people by changing our personalities ever so slightly.
Yeah. Just to appease them a little bit more.
Yeah. It's sort of like a mixing board.
Are you talking about anybody or like men?
Anybody.
Yeah.
For me, it's anybody.
Okay.
If I'm talking to...
yeah, it is women.
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah. I know so many women.
Who do that?
Yeah.
We do that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
And
what do you
that's
think
why
that
I
is,
think that's why maybe more men are comedians,
because
they're so much faster finding themselves because they don't have so much body bullshit.
That's true. I think it has a lot to do with body, and I think it also has a lot to do with I think that we've been socialized to be demure and very sensual.
And we hear so much of if they would just shut up, and we're like, okay, we'll shut up, and then you'll like us. Would it be better if we shut up? That's what you're saying. Right. So we'll just shut up.
I was raised by a single mom, so honestly, I just feel like I'm really nice to everybody.
That's awesome.
We're not attacking you. We're just saying that's what women...
No, I know, but at the same time, like, I don't identify with that, and that's why I'm just so kind of baffled by, I'm like, why do you guys even feel like this? Like, just be normal.
Do you feel like, I understand. I mean, I wish that's what we're working towards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're working towards reestablishing patterns.
And it's also because it all gets ingrained in your brain so young.
Oh, yeah.
That depending on how severe it is when you're growing up, that's how easily you can come out of it or whatever, I guess.
So growing up in Minnesota, were you always taught to, like, find a guy, have him take care of you, have kids,
go
to church on Sunday?
If I was taught that explicitly, but
what was the general...
I think that was the example put forth so often. Like, the idea was settle down, start a family. That's your mission in life. And I basically took the lesson to heart. I'm a serial monogamist. I don't think I've been consistently single since I was 14 years old. And a lot of the relationships are like back to back. Some of them overlap. Sorry.
Have you ever tried, we were just talking about this earlier, but have you ever tried to just like be alone?
Yeah.
Doesn't work out? Because it doesn't work out for everybody.
It's a real struggle for me to stay single.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mostly because I like being a partner. I'm really good at it. Mm-hmm. And yet, because I haven't been alone for long enough, I've got these
you don't know yourself
these parts
anymore.
where I'm kind of stunted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then other parts where I'm so far beyond, like I know how to be in a marriage. I was in a 7-year relationship, and then I was in a 4-year relationship, and then I was single for about 8 months. That's the longest that I've been single. And then I fell into a relationship with my now boyfriend, and it's the craziest relationship I've ever been in. He's a Christian virgin. So
you were telling us about that.
Yeah, and it's amazing. It is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for somebody that
is a proclaimed sex addict.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I am hey, my name is Tierney. I'm a sex and love addict. I would go so far as to say I am a sex love fantasy addict. Fantasy, not like
dressing up like animals.
Not like that. More like I look at a relationship and I see the potential of what it could be, and then I start only paying attention to the
good, positive,
and then saying that's what's happening. We're falling in love. This is forever. This is forever. This is forever. This is forever. And then all of a sudden I'm like, am I trying to convince myself that this is forever, but it's not actually forever? Is this reality? Am I going to be alone? So it's like this.
Yeah.
And then I
vicious
sort of start
circle.
I start poisoning the well.
Yeah.
So I start sabotaging the relationship so that once it's over, I've already mourned it and I'm ready to move on to the next one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Never heard it said so eloquently that that's what happens when people do that.
Yeah, because
you're not the only one that does that.
I'm not the only one who does that.
No, I'm pretty sure my ex did.
I'm pretty sure my best friend that I'm no longer friends with was like that, and I think she's still in a relationship that's like that, which is why we're no longer friends.
Yeah.
Because I slept with a guy that she was with like 2 guys before, and it's like her property now.
Oh hell no!
But
no,
like,
that's how
I think she thinks about it.
If anybody listening feels that way, you're wrong. Human bodies aren't property. And if somebody wants to share themselves with someone else, if you're no longer together, it's not your business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Couldn't agree more.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
But I'm trying to get better. So I'm recognizing that's a past behavior. I'm not sure where it comes from yet. I'm still trying to find the origin. But...
Do you feel like once you find it, you'll be able to better understand it and heal better from that?
Yeah.
For sure. That definitely helps.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I believe that you need to find the origins and like try to like, in order to really...
To know yourself.
To cauterize the pattern. You know, I need to burn it out.
Yeah.
So that if I heal that, then I'll be less likely to make...
The same mistake again.
The same mistakes and decisions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So far, so good. Because I feel like he and I are going slowly enough, and I'm... Really, we're just making out and watching Rick and Morty.
That's fun.
For 5 months, huh?
Yeah.
Or 6 months?
5.
5?
Yeah. Oh man, though, there was a moment where
oh god,
I was pushing him a little further, and it's not that I was pushing him. That sounds really predatory. We were both on the same page for a while, but then on Valentine's Day, he decided that he wanted to go back to just kissing.
So there's nothing else going on?
Okay. So he'll let me...
Oh, wait. So you're making out and doing what?
And, like, I'll squeeze the base of his penis really hard. Like, he wants me to squeeze it as hard as I can.
Have you heard of...
What? And so I'm like... I'm trying to crush it.
Can you put that in the screen? And okay, thank you again.
Actually, if you could hold the glass and just crush the glass.
That'd be terrifying.
Break the glass.
Oh my god.
No,
he loves it.
That's
I'm
sure.
He doesn't want me to touch the head usually. But sometimes I'm naughty. So
God.
I'll just graze it.
So
and he's like, stop it.
Why is he so against it? Like, what is his mentality of it?
Okay, I'm finally coming around to his reasoning.
Okay.
He wants to build a solid and healthy foundation for our relationship before we start adding the complication of sex. Because once you start having sex, it's more likely that you'll turn it into a fantasy, which is my big issue. Mm-hmm. And I also use sex as a way to establish my worth. And so by removing that, we're really focusing on how our two personalities are compatible. So
did he choose this abstinence because he's dating you, or he's always been like that? Okay.
Forever.
Got it.
That's his,
how old is he?
30.
Oh, so you're the same age.
Yep, we're the same age. He's a little older.
Yeah.
And he's been doing this with...
Has he ever had a girlfriend before?
Kind of. Not really.
I'm the first.
I'm the first girlfriend that he's consistently made out with.
Is he working through stuff? Is that helping him work through some stuff?
I don't know. I bet he's working through stuff, but it's different. I don't think he's working through...
Well, because I just feel like if that's a big commitment... That's a commitment in itself to work towards, and it's kind of like
it's really admirable, isn't it? Like, what the fuck?
Well, no, it kind of feels like he's already decided to be with you forever.
I have a lot of questions.
Definitely not.
Because what if you... No, because... so what? It's still, like, possible you could break up and never have sex, is what you're saying?
Absolutely. That is exactly what I'm saying. I'm in a relationship right now where... So this is kind of cool, right? Because I'm able to go through that period of time where I'm alone... and learning about myself, like other people are like, you've got to be alone.
But you still have a companion.
But I still have a companion.
Aren't you kind of using him?
No.
Because doesn't he kind of want to find a companion forever and he's already 30?
Yeah. Well, wait. What I am considering him as a forever companion as well.
Okay.
Like, I would love to marry this person.
Okay.
I feel more sure about this relationship than he does at this point.
Really?
Because
based on what?
I just think that he would be one of the most solidly beautiful life partners available.
Yeah.
He's like his demeanor, his outlook on life, the way we're so suited for one another, and we can be really serious and really goofy at the turn of a hat. Like we can just flip instantaneously, and I've never really met anybody else where we have this kind of romantic connection and also that playful side.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's been really.
By romantic, do you mean making out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean,
that's just romantic.
We have a lot of passion for each other, and he will occasionally dip down to see how inky the ink pot is, and then he's like, "That's good." He's like, And then,
okay,
and then
so he wants it as bad as you do, but he is
salty.
abstaining.
Yeah,
that's kind of romantic.
It's sweet.
It is.
I have
romantic.
a lot of
Sweet.
questions, but I don't want to offend this man.
I don't think he'll listen to it.
Okay.
Maybe he will.
So
fuck it. Hey, you can't be sensitive. If you want to date me, you can't be sensitive. Okay? Okay.
He is the microphone
Good.
in that. Okay, so have you ever thought about maybe the fact that he has like erectile dysfunction?
He doesn't. He's hard as a rock all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Oh.
And he just never comes?
He used to come in his pants more, but now he's like, he makes me stop before he comes.
Dude, once
doesn't
you
want
guys
us to come
start
together.
having sex, it's gonna be fucking
Electric.
dude. If you are, because it sounds like you do have sexual chemistry.
Oh, a lot.
So it's like
we're
having that
when
sexual
I say making
chemistry.
out, it's not like
It's like
fuck. It's like fuck. It's like hold me back. Hold me back. Like I'm like wrapping my legs around him and squeezing him real hard. I'm like I'm throwing out my like best
moves.
I'm throwing out my best moves, and he's like, oh no, ow. He's like,
I actually feel like this could be the sitcom.
He'll say like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. He'll say, things are getting a little spicy. Can we take a break? And sometimes I'm like, okay. And other times I'm like, sure. Like, we're not taking a break.
Do you feel like maybe his innocence and like how pure he is is like what you wish you were?
Oh, I was gonna say is what you like, because I would probably love that.
I mean, I love that about him.
Is that like what you like? Because your whole thing is like you have a lot of issues and you want to like try to revert back to like what you were.
have a lot of issues.
You're working through some shit.
No, I don't mean that in an offensive way at all.
I'm not offended. You're right.
Everybody has issues.
You're
but
right.
do you think maybe that's what it like? Maybe that's what
No.
made you choose someone that.
Oh God, no! We've been trying to break up ever since we got together because we're like, this is never gonna work. You're too good, and I don't want to be that good
and
in
he's
my
like,
life.
but you're great.
So, I don't know. We're like coming to. I'm hoping that we're like reaching some kind of I'm getting better and he's getting a little naughty.
Okay.
Oh,
Like,
you're
I'm
gonna meet
hoping.
in the middle.
Well, maybe probably not the middle. I'm gonna have to get a little closer to him. I think he's a little less flexible than I am. Yeah, it's going really well, and so I'm trying not to put a lot of pressure on it because I still am prone to, fantasy, and I'm trying to see it from a really realistic point of view, and so.
Absolutely.
Would I consider him a potential for a husband? I do.
Well, that's good. I'm happy for you that you found somebody and that you
but
like.
if it doesn't happen, like what I'll be fine.
Oh,
that's good
And
too.
and he will be fine as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean when you're. Like you were saying that you use like sex as like a tool to like get what you want out of people and stuff, right?
Sometimes I have done that. I think more often I'm using sex as a way to
control somebody.
say hi, actually, or just like please see me. I'm begging people. I'm basically begging people to notice that I exist.
Is that what you're trying to get down to the bottom to? Is like why you feel like people don't see you? Because
definitely that's a
Because
huge.
let me tell you this though. When we were sitting down eating and the entire improv team that Jiren walked up, you were the first person I noticed.
Well,
just because your smile is very like.
It is.
That's what I said in that message. I was like, your smile like lights up rooms.
That's so.
And then
nice.
the night that we were all hanging out, like every time you said something, even somebody, I think might have been Noah. He was like, everything Tierney says is hot fire.
Yeah.
Like you're just so funny and you're so like
you
cute.
Seriously are. That's what I was trying to say when we started this conversation about your brother.
The people watching this or the people listening, or if we do put this up, are going to be like, what the? She must be hideous. She must be like
no,
this ugly,
she's a
weird
fucking treat.
No, you're like beautiful, and it doesn't make any sense why
but
you're so.
But it also has it's not even just
it's
like
not about
physically.
Just looks.
The cool thing is though, I want to get to a point in my life where what I look like is of no consequence
it's almost
to how
irrelevant.
I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get to the level of self-love where it wouldn't matter to me if I were horribly mauled in a car accident because I am the same person. And I think I'm getting closer to that, but there's still this part of me that's really tied up in the way that I look. And I think some of that is the trauma from going through a really terrible season of acne. Mm-hmm. I've had two, actually. One was really, really bad, and one was just long.
I can only imagine that it must like just completely kill your confidence.
It wears away your confidence. It does. It like erodes it to the point where all of a sudden it's not that people it's you don't want people to notice you anymore. Mm-hmm. You sink into yourself. I grew my hair so long and I wore it in sheets in front of my face like the girl from The Ring. Like
it's the second time The Ring has been brought up on this podcast.
Yeah,
but anyway, continue.
Because it's a really good movie, you guys. I think that's a good movie.
It's not bad.
That's a good movie, you guys.
It's scary, but yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
I want you to be on SNL.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from you. It was very.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Serious, yeah.
Dude, you have all these fucking voices, and your physical
faces.
comedy is hysterical.
Oh, I got my grade back from improv, you guys.
What'd you get?
I got a B-.
I got a B in 101. I'm very upset.
Oh, I'd be pissed if I were you. You're way better than
No, but here's the thing. Matt got a fucking A in 101, and I was like, why?
Matt.
Yeah. And I think Jackie did too. She wouldn't tell me her grade. And Zach won't tell me his grade either. I think they all got A's. I didn't get one A.
I'm sorry.
That's stupid. That's probably politics. That's probably maybe the teacher was like,
didn't like the way you dress or something?
Too good.
No, he did give me a note that was, sometimes I'm too enthusiastic.
Fuck you, guy.
That I miss the grounding part of a scene. And I'm like, that seems like the wrong problem to have in Improv 101.
I do that too. Mm-hmm. I do that too.
Like
That's
you go
what
too far or something?
Todd.
You get too excited, so you just start doing all these ridiculous, because you're comfortable kind of doing ridiculous things, and you need to rein it in and be a normal person.
Yeah.
Versus the people that are even too afraid to be normal and they don't do anything. It's like two opposite sides.
So it was like boiling hot versus like
dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
I have the same problem. Mm-hmm. Mix that with the fact that I struggle to even find game. And so it's just like, I'm just this bursting ball of energy on the stage. I'm like, I'm making bold choices with no direction. Is this right?
Yeah, I know.
And then I rely on my partner to like, okay, this is what I think she's going for. I just have to get better at that. I don't know.
Finding
is that
game.
something you really have a passion for, or is writing more? Or what do you think?
Yeah, what made you get onto improv?
I believe that once I figure out how to tap into the art form, I think it'll be something that I will thrive with and that I can do consistently. I like finding ways to engage with my art like immediately. Mm-hmm. I don't want to wait for people to tell me that I have permission to create. And so I'm looking for ways to tap into my art anytime I want. Mm-hmm. Improv is a way. That's why I started stand-up. I started stand-up on my birthday last year so that I just wanted to be able to write something and go and get on a stage.
And get immediate feedback.
Immediate feedback. And I don't want... I got so sick of auditioning. I don't know how many of you guys go on, but for a while I was going on a lot, and they suck. And
especially if you have already problems with like,
rejection.
Do they like me? Do they not? Or
that's part of it. But even the thing that bothered me the most there was that the writing wasn't any good ever. The writing is not good, and I kept thinking,
and if you
I
can't
get stuck
believe
in my
it,
head
then...
like, how much did these fuckers get paid to write this drivel?
Yeah.
I should get this job. What am I slinging burgers on tables for? Trying to get cast in this dog food commercial.
Yeah.
And they're never gonna cast me because I'm breaking out and the girl behind me looks just like me, but like the angel angel version, like
she's glowing.
She's like, and instead of being goofy, like, you know how I do this thing where I think a lot of girls who used to be, like, I was highly awkward as a little girl. I was called sir in restaurants more often than not. Because I attempted this haircut before I had boobs, and I didn't have my ears pierced, and I just looked like a little boy. And I would wear mostly men's clothing.
Oh, okay.
So you were awkward.
I was just an awkward little kid.
I don't think that's awkward. I think that's just you being yourself, right?
That's sweet. You're
no,
a good
really.
person.
No, really. That's really what it is.
It looked a little awkward, probably.
She's wearing a guy's shirt right now.
Yeah, I am.
Looks good.
It does look so good. Thanks. I often wear men's clothes. Today, no. But I guess what I'm saying is I think that a lot of little girls who grew up awkward overcompensate by being goofy in the way that they use their body and faces. Mm-hmm. So I'm very exaggerated in my limbs and my face. I use my face muscles too much. When I first moved here...
Do you think that's really what it is? Because I went through an awkward phase, but it wasn't wasn't horrible. Like, it was kind of like I had braces and glasses at the same time.
Cute.
And I was like 5'9" in middle school.
Oh,
so I was a little gangly, I think.
That's so cute.
But I was also really athletic, so it kind of didn't hinder that very much. Like, you know what I mean?
It probably helped.
For sure. Being like a really good athlete.
Way faster.
I was just like, it doesn't matter what else happens because I'm good at this. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have a sport. I was I've always been more of the theater. So to be awkward looking and participating in musical theater.
I wish I could see what you looked like as a kid because I just can't picture that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Really?
I look kind of like...
I bet you look adorable.
She's cute. Yeah,
What?
it's cute. But, like, it's just kind of, like, weird looking. Yeah. I used to perm my hair, like, tight perm. I wanted it to be wavy, but it turned into, like, poodle perm, and then I would comb the bangs so fiercely
Dude, I need to see
that they
this.
would straighten, but, like, not fully straight, and they'd be, like, frizzy kinked straight, and then I'd clip four clips down the side.
Oh my God.
And then I had these wire rimmed circular glasses. I'd wear no makeup and save thick, like deep red lipstick.
I need to see this immediately,
too.
and I'm going to dress like that for
where
Halloween.
Are the pictures of
I would
this?
also...
I need to be you for Halloween.
I used to wear my dad's old trench coats to school, and they'd drag on the floor behind me. I was called trench coat lady. I was called loogie girl.
Why
I was
did
called
you-
tampon lady.
Did you get picked on a lot?
Yeah.
Because I did too, so I can sort of identify.
Why were
I
you
guess.
called trench coat lady? I mean, why were you wearing the trench coat? Why
I liked the
you
fabric,
just liked it,
and I loved the look of it.
That's
it reminded me of
amazing.
Inspector Gadget, and I just felt really elegant and kind of cool.
Were you really
in
into
it.
that movie, Inspector Gadget?
The movie,
the show is what you mean.
I don't know.
The cartoon. Thank you.
Yep.
I am a lot older than you, I think.
No,
No, you're not.
How
3
much-
years?
what? Oh, it's not so much older.
No, 2 years. 2 years.
The Matthew Broderick movie, I believe I saw like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, meh.
the show though.
I don't think I ever saw that movie, but I
don't
just
think
remember
it's good.
that
Sorry, Matthew.
the only
You've done good things, Matthew.
the only thing
Ferris
that
Bueller will live on forever.
the only thing that I have that's close to me, I guess, with Inspector Gadget is that that McDonald's toy.
There was a McDonald's.
Do you
toy?
remember?
No.
No. Let's move on.
I love McDonald's.
Dude, so
You love what?
I love McDonald's.
Oh,
is that like a deep secret of yours?
One of them, yeah. I've only told a few people.
do you eat it all the time?
Yes.
Maybe.
Mike.
I love a McFlurry, man.
Like,
if they still
twice a
make
month.
'em.
Twice a month I eat McDonald's.
That's not that bad.
No, I thought you were going to say like maybe once.
Yeah, it's more
once
than
a
that.
day or
Are you
something.
lying?
No, it's
no,
like
it is just twice a month.
Because I have it delivered to my house, so it's kind of an expense that I can't. I can't do that all the time.
I totally believe in food being good for your soul. Had last night I ordered just sweet potato fries and tiramisu from Cheesecake Factory.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm going all in. Like, this is just a treat for me. I don't eat that all the time, but it's good.
I think that's nice because we're gonna die and you're allowed to have the fucking cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tiramisu. It wasn't cheesecake, but
Right.
yeah.
From the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
That's where I got the cheesecake.
I don't like cheesecake. It wasn't
It's
cheesecake.
okay. Cheesecake is okay.
You can get tiramisu at the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's okay.
Not as good as that one that I brought, is it?
No, I think that one was better, but
Yeah, that was bomb.
it was really that amaretto flavor. It was very heavy in that one.
So anyway, back to Tierney. So you had told me that you did Kill Tony, which was immediately gripped me because it's the show that I
You're
sort
like
of
obsessed
moved.
with.
I'm obsessed with it, and I sort of moved out here, sort of just to be closer to the show.
They're so mean.
They sure are.
Spill the motherfucking tea. Because I agree. I thought it was mean the last time we were there.
You guys, I would like to request that nobody try to find my episode because,
Okay.
well, you can find one of them. Darn it. Whatever.
You were on 2, right?
I was on 2.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is actually the worst thing that I've ever done.
No.
Like, more like, yeah. I don't like the first
You mean
one.
like your
I
bit,
got
your
blackout
set
drunk.
was?
You guys.
You got
that's
drunk
the
and did it?
theme. I got blackout drunk one day and I signed up and I was the first person called.
No, fuck it.
Wow, that's one way to just
Hold on.
hit a breakthrough.
Was this still in the belly room?
Yeah.
It was still in the belly room?
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Sorry.
But then I was on it sometime after that. And that one went better. Actually, it went so well that Tony started secretly reaching out to me and trying to get me to come and fuck him in his apartment. And I was like, no. But I thought about having some kind of a casual relationship with him just to get him to remove the first podcast. Because I said some, like, sensitive stuff that is not allowed to, like legally, it's not allowed to come out.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so I wanted him to remove it.
Did you ask him before?
I asked him, and he said, "You're a fucking idiot for saying you're a fucking idiot for telling your lawyers, because no one was ever gonna find it or care."
Oh.
He called you a fucking idiot?
Yeah, and then he's like, "Here's my number." Yeah, it's okay. I think that I really, really enjoyed the other members of the panel, and I thought that I really enjoyed the experience the second time. And I thought that because I wasn't drunk, I did a much better job.
That's good.
When I'm blackout drunk, I make really horrible decisions. So I've got to stop doing that. And that always happens when I don't eat. If I don't eat before
That's
drinking.
the key factor?
Yeah.
So if you just grab some McDonald's right before you start drinking, you'll be good.
Get that Mickey D's breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, you like the breakfast?
Yeah, I only get breakfast.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't get like a double cheeseburger or
You
anything?
get
Absolutely
breakfast
not. I get
delivered
breakfast.
to you? Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
That's like a better decision now.
Always
that you get it
breakfast.
twice a month. That's genius.
Do you do like the pancakes and...
No. Do you get 2 hash browns or 1? Because I always get 2.
It depends on if I'm sad.
What sandwich do you get?
I get an Egg McMuffin, and I've been sort of skirting into
McGriddles?
McGriddles.
McGriddles.
No.
Fuck you, they're tasty.
Dude.
It's like, I love
The first time I had one, I was like,
sweet.
yes.
Oh, those little pockets of sweet.
Syrupy. I know. The first time I bit into it, I was like, how have I only been having McMuffins for this long? And I didn't know this existed.
I even like how soggy the bread gets. I
Yeah,
think it's
it
kind of
does.
nice.
So I have a bad relationship with McGriddles because because we went to Knott's Berry Farm actually.
Oh, shit. I'm going there
and
tomorrow.
It's a theme park.
Oh, shit.
And we got like McDonald's and we took it in, but it was sitting in a backpack for like 45 minutes. Right?
Oh. Okay,
So
now
we finally-
I don't agree.
We
I
finally
don't
get
agree.
into the park.
Not McDonald's.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But I just don't really want to taste it now. But it was super soggy. It was basically eating a soaked
why
wet
did you eat
pancake.
it? You throw it out at that point. McDonald's is not longer than like 5 minutes. 10 minutes.
But he was just being fiscally responsible because if they already bought it,
there you go.
You had to ingest it.
I had to. I didn't have an option.
It's like what we were saying earlier. If somebody buys you something that's garbage and you feel obligated to eat it, I don't like that shit.
Oh. What about when you go to somebody's home and they've cooked you a meal? Do you have to suffer through that?
I don't think
Oh my God. That's the worst, man.
Oh, no, I did once, and I was very rude because I told him I didn't like it.
Man.
That's okay. I really
Sweet potatoes. The first time I had never had them, and I think I said, "Oh, I've never had these before," and then I ate it, and I was like, I don't really like it.
I really respect that.
I think the parents were like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like, "Well, I'm just not gonna eat it. Like, why am I gonna eat something because because here's the thing. Like, we went out for Christmas, and I don't know. Maybe this sounds like shitty now that I'm saying it, but like, if you ordered a steak and they bring it to you and it tastes like the shit that you scrape off the grill, and what if they had done that? What if they scraped it off the grill, put it on a plate, and put it in front of you, and you were like, well, I guess I have to eat this now. No, you can be like, this is garbage. I know you know how to make food. Can I please have a different? It's not like you're a shitty person, but it's like, would you eat it? Why do I have to eat it? I don't have to. I can get a different one.
I have a terrible story about that.
Yeah, give it to us.
So right when I first moved to LA, the girl that I lost my virginity to, long after we dated and stuff, even through relationships, stalked me.
Okay.
Still to this day, I'm pretty sure. So this is actually going to be a good test to see if she's stalking me. No, because if she listens to this, she's going to fucking know that I called her the fuck out. So when isn't that the funniest thing though? Just the hand?
Oh my God.
I was laughing at the whole beginning when you were telling sad stories because you were like your hand gesture. I'm like, that's all they're going to see. But anyway, okay, so I moved out here. She found out that I moved out here. And since I was just kind of lonely, I was like, I mean, fuck it, right? Whatever. Ooh. So she hit me up, and I went over to her house, and little did I know that she was like setting up this like whole date night thing. Aww. Like I thought I was just, I know.
It's sad.
And I was just going over there just to kind of like say hi, and I thought maybe we would hook up or something, and I would just kind of catch up, be like, hey, because she moved out here now too. We're from like the same place.
Yeah.
Did she move here to follow?
No, she moved here first actually.
Oh.
She moved here a few years ago.
The plot thickens.
No, yeah, so she didn't think that I moved.
This girl is stalking me. She is straight up stalking me. She moved to Los Angeles,
and then I moved to Los Angeles. She's totally stalking me.
No, she contacted me, so I go over to her house.
I believe you. Actually, this is not a witch hunt.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Just fucking.
Yeah, I go over to her house. She's got a fucking 5-course meal cooking with dessert. And she's like in the middle of... I've
never done that for anybody.
She's in the middle of cooking it. And I felt so guilty because it was the sweetest thing.
Oh, fuck.
It was like the sweetest... Not the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me. But it was like the...
That's the sweetest thing nobody's never done for me.
Dude, like, I mean...
So, yeah.
Dude, my ex, my like 4 or 5 year long relationship, dude, she could fucking blow the top of a kitchen. Like, she could cook, so this was like nothing.
Whoa.
But, throwing shade, I know. But anyway, so...
I didn't know all these bitches were cooking meals for people. I need to get me one.
I don't even cook meals for myself.
No.
So anyway, I go over there.
Who the fuck are you? People are making you 5-course meals.
She's got fettuccine Alfredo cooking on the stove. There's bread in the oven. She's steaming broccoli. She's got sauce cooking in a different thing. She's got 3 different pots going on the stovetop. And then I'm like, what's in the oven? She's like, oh, fucking bread and the cookies for later. And I'm like, dude, what did I just get myself into?
You're like, ooh, I only have time to fuck.
I mean, that's sort of what I was...
Do you have Tupperware?
Dude, I still have the bag that she sent me all the leftovers with. And then
She sent you home with leftovers?
Yeah,
thinking, were you gonna... Oh my God. How did that end?
So we fucked, but I was so thrown off by the whole thing that in the middle of sex, I lost my boner. Yeah. And then she's like, did you finish? And I was like, yeah. And then...
I'm so sorry.
And then I left and told her I had to go to an open mic.
Have you talked to her since?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Sad. I bet that her version of that story
is
really
way different. But also,
oh my god.
But also, I told her many times, even she tried to hit me up throughout a relationship, and I told her I'm not interested. Obviously, I'm in a relationship.
Right.
Like, and she
thought as soon as you're single, you'll come back.
She thought I that might have been what she was thinking, and I fucked up. That
yeah, if your excuse is no, I'm in a relationship, and not just no. It was no, like it was a no. Oh.
Like it was like no. Like
maybe she just convinced herself that's what it was gonna be.
Yeah, like I told her no so many times, and then like
Friends. That's how you fucking spell friends.
But the food was
I
really
didn't know that song. I was like, I like
it's a great song.
But the food was really bad. That was the point of that.
Oh, it was?
It was bad food too?
Well, then that answers my follow-up question, which was, did you eat the leftovers? The answer is no.
Wait, why do you still have the bag?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well.
Well, was I gonna fucking no? It was like it's like a one of those like reusable like bags.
Like a grocery?
You mean a Tupperware? Like a click tap?
No.
Like a click top?
Like a
No,
grocery
it's like
bag?
this. No, it's like this Spider-Man bag that like it's like a bag. I'll fucking show you later.
Yeah. Like
I see what you mean.
Insulated.
Something like that.
Okay, I was picturing like a gallon-sized Ziploc baggie.
Nope.
No.
Not that kind
like
of bag.
like something you would buy in a store for money.
Okay. Yeah, okay, but probably not like more than $10, if even, right? She gave you like a tote bag?
Yeah, it was like 50 cents probably. But no, like to be honest, you guys talking about like a bad meal, like it reminded me of that. And honestly, to this day, I still feel fucking horrible because
That
was
a bad meal.
That might have been like.
I was like, oh my god. The whole time you're eating, you're just like, I don't want this.
Wait,
I don't want
I have another question.
Yes.
Did you have sex after you ate or before?
After.
Uh-huh.
I like that. It was after.
Yeah.
And we ate, and then we were like sitting on the couch, and we were like catching up. Like I felt like I had just come over to my girlfriend's house that I'd been dating for like
That's
7
what she
years.
wanted you to feel like.
But like at the same. Oh man, you guys are making me feel terrible.
No, it's okay.
God.
It's okay.
You didn't know.
Do you want to hear something that I did that's really bad?
Sure.
No. Oh god.
It's even worse than what you did by a lot.
Let's hear it.
It's gonna make you feel worse, I think.
You, her, or me?
You.
I doubt
Oh.
it. Let's see. Now I'm like changing my mind. Like, what story should I tell? What's worse than that?
You have multiple.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that bad. We're
It's
fucking
not
with
that
you.
bad. Maybe I won't tell any of these stories because what if people do listen to this?
They might.
Well, I mean, people are.
People might.
People like us.
They might, people.
Yeah, people are.
It's okay. I'm not afraid. Like we all have shit that we've done. But
That's
all I'm
true.
saying is, you going over to your girlfriend's house,
Who's my girlfriend?
your ex-girlfriend. I was dating this guy for like 7 years, and at the very tail end of it, I had this friendship with a guy that was totally platonic for a while, and then it turned into like we just flirt. We don't do anything. We're just like it's an emotional affair. And then one night we had sex all night long. It was the worst sex I've ever had in my entire life. It was awful.
Did you do it all night because you were just both trying to finish?
Yeah. We were just trying to come, and there was no chemistry.
It was just raw.
It was just the worst. It was so awful. And it doesn't make any sense because his body was beautiful.
No, I've had some sexual experiences like that. Where you
But I didn't give a
both think,
shit.
like, I actually hooked up with somebody in my acting class, and we both were like, yeah, this will be great because I'm super sexually, like, explorative, and he was like, yeah, I'm just trying to, like, get laid, and we were like, this is perfect.
This is gonna be great.
But, like, we've gotten to know each other so well, and then he also kind of, like, in class, I was kind of known. I was, like, one of the only girls in class, so I was, like, the girl that, like, you showed respect for me, and, like, people, like, knew that I, like, was serious about sex and, like, didn't fuck around, and, like, nobody could, like, step on me, basically. So I was like a presence. So when we got together, he like got so nervous, and he was in his head trying to be good because he knew that I had a high bar. So we both just kind of were like trying to get out of it the whole time, and like he kissed fine, and like everything was fine, but it was just like too, like, I don't even want to go there with you. It's too far. It's like too intimate that we're forcing something.
I've felt that so many times.
Yeah.
Ooh, there was one time that I was sleeping with this guy. Sometimes I like, not anymore, don't worry. Max. Sometimes I like to give ugly guys presents. So like I'll choose someone. Yeah, like a little present. And so I'll choose someone. I'll be like, oh, he looks really lonely or tragically sad. I will seduce him and have sex with him and
to cheer him up.
Just to cheer him up.
Just to make him feel better.
Yeah.
Like I'm a sex addict. And I find little ways to prove to myself like, oh, I'm being altruistic. So I chose this guy and I was sleeping with him and it was so bad. It was just like so boring. He wouldn't flip me around. He wouldn't smack my ass. Like he wasn't.
Did you ask him to do
Definitely.
stuff? Oh, and he just
I was
wasn't.
like, throw me around. Like slap my ass. And he's like, I don't want to. I can't do that.
He was
I'm like,
scared of.
oh. I said, then this is bad and I'm going to go home.
You did that.
Yeah, that's
worse
a bad
than
thing.
a present. That's the opposite of a
That's
present.
the
bad.
But here's the time I did give somebody a present. I was home for just visiting, and I was at a bar, and I met this old man who was recently getting a divorce, and his wife was surprisingly out of town. They're getting a divorce.
Of course they
And
are.
I drove... They are.
Yes.
Wait, do you think that they're not? Do you think that he lied? No, he's definitely getting a divorce. He's definitely getting a divorce. I took a shower in his shower, and all of his kids, like, Shrek shampoo and, like, the duckies and stuff were in there.
Oh, no.
And I crawl into his bed, and on the nightstand, there was a note. I was on his wife's side of the bed. There was a note that said, I love you, Mommy. And then, oh man, this guy, I don't even know why, he had shaved his pubic hair and it was now growing back. So he'd shaved it some time ago and now it was like a Brillo pad. And he's grinding it on my pubic bone like he hadn't had sex in ages. He was just pounding away and grinding, not even looking at me. And I totally
Like you were an
checked out.
object?
Yeah.
No, I don't know what the fuck I was to him.
That is so weird.
But yeah, no, you checked out because you
I totally
kind of
checked
have
out.
to.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well,
Well,
bye. He's like, can I contact you? I was like, I think it's better if you don't. That's worse than eating the fettuccine and then having sex, probably.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I think because neither one of you intentionally
Meant to like.
meant to hurt anybody, obviously.
No.
Not even.
The intention was to reconnect and say hi, do the niceties.
You're
I
right.
thought
Yours
that-
was
You're
just
right.
to
Yours
be.
is worse. Yours is worse.
Yeah.
Mine's just sad.
I feel.
I
like
think maybe.
really
Mine's
bad.
just pathetic.
Well, now you know that's not. It ends
that's
up
not
not
what I
helping
want.
anybody.
It helps some people, I think.
Oh, really?
There have been times where I feel like it's done good things for somebody.
That's nice.
When we communicate beforehand, like, this is not going to go anywhere. I usually like to find people who are in from out of town.
Okay.
Because then it's like, whatever, I'm never going to see you again.
Yeah.
There was this one guy that I picked up. I brought him home, and he had a huge beard. Like, it was so long that it was covering his nipples. And it smelled like barbecue.
That's
And so the
disgusting.
whole time with every thrust, it was like ribs, ribs. And
no.
I was really grossed out.
Too bad it wasn't the McRib. You would have loved it.
No, I wouldn't.
No, it's not breakfast.
Just. Oh yeah. I was trying to do a throwback pun, didn't work. Continue.
Nope. You
We
just
shut you
shut
down.
it down.
You shut that down.
So have you, this is kind of a weird question, but like with your sexual
Issues.
well, just like your desire, like the things you want to do with your sex. Like I feel like I'm sure I've had those thoughts of like, oh, this might make that person feel better, or I could totally turn somebody's day around. Like I totally think that way. I mean, then you go down that path, or you think about where would that lead. It probably wouldn't lead to anywhere good for either party. Like, and then you just don't do it. And then also the other thing is, if I'm not sexually attracted to somebody, I wouldn't be able to do that to myself either. Do you find that has changed at all? Like, are you starting to be like, you know what, I don't want to have sex with them. I don't care if they do, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's getting definitely in this relationship. It's making me reevaluate my relationship with sex. But I'm not sure about like when I choose people to sleep with or to be with. I'm typically not thinking about the way they look almost ever. I'm thinking more about
what it feels like.
The
like connection between
the
you two.
emotional connection typically.
Oh, that's
but
what I meant.
with those treats that I used to give, I've stepped away from needing to do that because I've realized that my idea that it was for them was twisted and incorrect and a total lie that I was telling myself. What I was really doing was masking an inner need. Like I needed to feel praised and I needed to feel like a god for a minute. And so if I chose someone who felt like they could never achieve a partner, this sounds so awful.
No,
especially like
please
being
keep
like,
going. Seriously.
They could never achieve a partner of my caliber. You know?
Yeah.
So you do think high of yourself on some level.
In the way that, like, look, I'm a sex addict. I'm really not bad at that activity.
Oh, okay.
Right. No, I get what you mean because I kind of feel the same way. Sometimes, like, I brought this 21-year-old to my house, and as soon as he went to kiss me, I was like, oh, you are so not on my playing field. Like, you're so far away. And there's nothing wrong with that. It has nothing to do with him or me. It's just I've had a lot more experiences. I understand the importance of communication in sex. If you're nervous, please let me talk to me about it.
Yeah,
don't just soldier through and pretend you know what you're doing because I can tell that you don't.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Did you just have him lay down and ride him?
I didn't do anything because I sat him down and I was like, let's be honest, like how many girls have you slept with? And he got so defensive, freaked out, yelled at me and left.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I think you told me that, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, so I was basically like, look, like, because what he did, he walks in, he takes off his jacket, he takes off his shoes, he takes off his socks. And I just went, what the hell? I've never done that before. Nobody's ever done that before. Even if we are going to get down to it, you don't take your socks off first thing. Yeah. And so then I said that I think he got nervous and embarrassed, and to overcompensate, he lunged to kiss me, and he landed on my cheek. And I'm like, okay, you weren't looking. What, you just missed? Okay, that's cool. So I was like, okay, that was not smooth, so let me move my mouth so it's on top of yours. And then we kissed, and it was like, no connection. Like, he wasn't listening. You know how you have to be very open communication when you're doing things?
There's like a special kind of listening.
It's like a conversation. It's amazing.
It's true.
Yeah.
If you're truly kissing someone, there's something different in your body, the way you respond, the way you move. You're basically, it's like the mirror game, and you're trying to find their pace, and you're feeling, and you don't want to get too rote where you're doing the same things over and over. You want to switch it up.
But sometimes you just meet that person, you don't even think about that shit, and
it just happens. It's a silent,
okay.
It's a silent conversation between you two and your bodies, and you can like.
But sometimes it needs to be more vocal. Sometimes you need to pull back and be like, oh hey, too much tongue.
Yeah.
Have you ever had someone lick you so hard that your total nose is...
No, but I have had
wet?
like raw lips from stuff.
Yeah, I had one guy like...
Yeah.
Fucking
or they like
gross.
bite your lip too hard and you're like, why are you trying to bruise me?
There was a guy, I dated this surgeon from the children's hospital. We only went on one date. I thought it was going to be amazing. There was a moment where I was like, I'm going to be a sugar baby. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't. I got to the point where we were like texting back and forth.
What's
and
a sugar baby?
Where they buy you everything and you just have sex with them.
Oh, okay. Sounds like you do.
I'm glad I didn't do it. But I did download an app for that. And then a few people messaged me and I was like, wow, I'm popular and my bills will be paid. But then I was like, oh, this feels seedy and wrong. So
I'm glad that you saw
I saw it.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of times where I felt like it was happening organically, and then I was like, oh, okay. So there was this one guy, it was like a meet cute where we were walking on the street, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, it's almost like we've always known each other. Are you going in here? I'm going in here. Let's get a drink. You know, one of those like amazing, I thought we connected on so many levels, and then we go on a date, and he's this doctor, and all of a sudden he's buying me this like really expensive meal. He reaches over, grabs my head, and like shoves his tongue so far down my throat. Not a coy like ooh little tiny kiss. He was trying to shove his tongue so far down my throat. I couldn't breathe. I was like, And we're in front of people. Like, there are people at the bar looking at this, and I'm already thinking, like, dude, you look like you are mid-50s. And
like, why are you doing this?
I think it's really inappropriate.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, it just feels super inappropriate to do this at a fancy restaurant.
Well, he felt like he was with a younger girl, and he probably just
told me,
like,
I told him to stop. I said, I need you to stop doing that. I feel really uncomfortable with you kissing me so ferociously in public.
Yeah.
And so he said that he didn't know if this would ever happen again, so he wanted to take advantage of the moment. Hindsight, get out then. But he takes me home, and we're making out in his van outside this house that I was living at the time. And you
didn't go back to like his place?
No, because he lives in Calabasas. I'm not going to Calabasas with this guy. I'm not I don't,
I mean, Calabasas is a nice place, but it's also
so far away. What am I going to do? Get an Uber home from Calabasas?
Got it. So he came to you.
He came to me.
Got it. Okay.
Which he often does because this is where he works. So it felt like, I don't have a car. You're a fucking surgeon.
Yeah.
You can come to me.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Okay. So you're in the van.
So we're in the van, and he's kissing me so hard. Like, in the moment, it wasn't that bad. Like, there were moments where I'm like, this is kind of amazing. It was the first time in my life where I'd been really, really thrown around. Like, I was sure that if we were in a room, he'd be really, like, wrenching me around, throwing me and stuff.
Like, passionately, in a good way.
Yeah, kind of like BDSM. It felt a little bit like that, like verging on it. And he started biting me so hard that he burst blood vessels with his teeth. And that's when I was like, hey, I really need you to stop. I'm going to be all marked up.
Yeah.
And I was so sore I couldn't lift my arm the next day. That's how hard he bit me.
Jeez.
It was intense.
Is that the kind of relationship he was looking for, do you think?
I don't know what the fuck he was looking for, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
He kept stalking me at work for a while.
Sounds like fucking Grey.
Who?
Fucking
Grey's
50 Shades of Grey?
I've never
Christian
read that.
Grey? It sounds like something he'd do.
That sounds like a Christian Grey kind of thing to do. That's a sad thing. That's a sad story, you guys. Sorry I told it. I don't remember.
Oh, no, that's not sad.
Kind of. The fact that I'm like, I'll stay on this date, but stop sexually harassing me so much.
No.
Stop trying to eat me alive like a vampire, please.
Oh, it was really embarrassing.
One sec, can we pause this so we can turn on this light?
Yeah.
Should we do
Oh,
that?
yeah, it's just dark as shit now. I
Yeah,
told you I
yeah.
didn't want to do podcasts at night. Show me
I
the
said
light.
the light.
Show me the light. He says the light's good. Show me the light.
Right around the corner. It's this light. It's right around
Yep,
the corner.
I'm curious.
Also, you can go get some more water.
Yeah.
The little switch is like right around the corner.
Nope, but she's okay.
There we go.
Yes, you see how terrible that is?
For what?
Do you see how terrible it is?
It doesn't look that bad. It looks bad in here, but on the actual thing right there, it doesn't look that bad.
It's yellow.
Is it? I can't. I mean,
It's
you're
yellow
closer.
and the shadows are coming under our eyes and under our chins because the light is above us. You have shadows on your eyeballs, so I can't see your eyeballs. I can only see shadows.
Right now.
What do you mean?
the video, you
We're
can
all
see
just
it.
gonna like lift our heads, find the light
we'll talk
for
like
this
this.
video. We'll just talk like this. Find the light. Stay in the light.
Yeah, we'll talk like this.
We'll just.
Your shadows aren't a problem.
My shadows are the.
This is so dumb.
It's so fucking dumb.
What?
I'm mad.
What is dumb?
Everything.
Do we have a light on now? Who
Yes.
cares?
I'm very particular.
Are we ready?
Yes. Okay, well, we never stopped, so.
Yeah. Good one.
Oh, she's dead now, people.
No, she's doing dick sucking joke, I think.
Doing a bit.
A bit
It's
of
a
dick.
bit,
Are you sure?
guys. It was a bit. It was just a bit.
This guy, you guys seriously need to like just be fucking stand-up friends because every conversation that we're ever in, somebody does like a little gag and he goes, "That's a bit," and he like recognizes them. He has to like circle it with a fucking highlighter.
Well,
Yeah.
I just see the opportunity.
He's like, "That's a bit. Can you write it down?" That's a bit.
I always the struggle that I have with writing comedy.
Please
is that,
tell
But
us.
it's hard as fuck.
Yes, dude.
Is that I write silently in my mind and I
Oh.
don't transfer to paper.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
coming up with like I'm like coming up with
I'll do
material
like,
all the time,
so
and then
sometimes
all of a sudden I'll be like, I don't remember.
Oh, you got to start writing that shit down.
So sometimes I'll be on my way home from work, and I work about an hour away.
Oh yeah.
And so sometimes I'll just be on my way home from work, and I just won't even turn any music on or a podcast, and I'll just like be thinking, and then like I'll think of like a bit in my head, and I'll go through the entire thing, and then like as if I was performing on stage.
Yes.
And then when I get home,
You even have the laugh cues.
yeah, I just literally, yeah.
I do that too.
And then when I get home, I like try to like write it out or like type it out, and I'm like, wait, how'd that one thing go that I was thinking about a second ago? Or then sometimes I'll like pull up the voice memo thing on my iPhone. I have like maybe 15 or something, but then I'll be talking,
listen to them.
I'll be saying it, and then like I'll like go off on a tangent like I always fucking do, and then like my train of thought gets fucked up. Whereas if I'm just in my head,
Yeah.
it stays
it's more
there.
streamlined.
Yeah, it's like so smooth.
God.
It's annoying, right?
Yeah.
It is annoying, but that's
what I was saying. Like the first time,
cross we must bear.
it is the first time we hung out.
Yeah.
Outside of our coffee date of just the meet and greet, like when we hung out here, we just had like a writing day, and we just kind of went back and forth. Like, this is a premise that I wrote down, and then we kind of like hashed them out. But my problem with what I think my problem would be, because I've never actually done stand-up, but I think that I have a lot of passion when I talk about stuff, and that's like my selling point, and that's how I get my jokes across. I'm afraid that like after, because it's very cathartic when you talk about this one thing that happened that drives you crazy, and you're just like telling it for somebody for the first time, and you're so passionate about it, and then as soon as you're done, you're like, now I can lay it to rest. And then the next time it comes up, you're like, yeah, that thing happened. And you don't have any passion for it.
I
That's
see
what I'm
you're
afraid
saying.
of.
Like you would have to get into a jam or something like that, be really mad, and then go up on stage, and you'd have all that
I'd
energy.
sell it, and then I wouldn't be able to duplicate it.
So what you're saying is the long form game of stand up, because a lot of people will go to the same open mic and they'll do the same bit over and over and over again. They're honing it and like perfecting it. I've also always, I should put these on, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I don't.
You don't have to. It's just
I
so
kind
that
of like
you
it.
I'm stuck in it. Get your finger out of there. What are you doing? Fucking idiot.
She's not an idiot.
Well, kinda. Like,
No.
we all are, aren't we?
Sort of, I guess.
We're all really stupid. And
You did get your fingers stuck in the headphones.
I got my fingers stuck in the head.
Hey, wait, what were
was
you
cute,
gonna
though.
say?
I don't remember. I called a boo boo. Oh yeah, I've had a really hard time with that. My first year of stand up, I've actually only repeated probably 2 sets ever.
Yeah.
And
Really?
and even
That's
that
fucking crazy, actually.
it is. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Initially, I saw it as a virtue because I was like, my material is fresh and new every time. Nobody can touch me. But that's not true, because what's the point of one good idea if only 7 people heard it and they've long forgotten it? So if it's something that I think I really want to say to the world, I have to start figuring out how do I want to say it.
Yeah.
And I've got to start honing and like selecting ideas instead of just like jerking off into my hand and throwing it on the wall.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the equivalent of what I've been doing for about a year.
Yeah.
And
Like
some
you're
of
just
it's
trying
been
to throw
okay.
it all out there and see if something sticks, or you don't want, or you like want to do that rather than like actually just hone one thing that you think is solid.
Restate the question. I got lost in the question.
Okay, so you were saying that you keep trying new stuff all the time?
Yes.
I think
So
she's
would
trying
you
to find
rather
what
do that?
sticks.
Would you rather
That's
do
kind
that?
of the technique.
Why don't you want to just hone one thing that you think works? Like
It's
why
not
do you
that initially I thought that honing it, I saw it not necessarily as laziness, but I saw all of these people performing at open mics and doing the same bit like for months at a time, and I guess I kind of felt like,
like what are you doing?
I'm so sick of these 5 minutes. I want to see you do something new. Like, I
Yeah.
want to know more about who you are. So I saw it as a deficiency in their performance for a little while. But what I didn't realize is what you should really be doing is working on a series of like 3 or 4 bits at a time and rotating mics so that you've got a new, or at least a semi-new audience every time.
Yeah.
And you're testing different people, and you don't get bored with the material because you're doing different. But you're definitely, I've got to focus my efforts a little bit because right now it's it's been so. It's been
all over the place.
All over the place, and not very lasting. It hasn't brought me any. It hasn't brought me anywhere tangible. Like I can't.
Yeah,
I've
like
got
when you
nothing real
work
to show
on
for
something, you feel like you have it, and we're kind of just like,
make them laugh, make them
yeah,
laugh.
is this funny? No, okay, I'll do it again, and then you move on, and you're like, did I learn anything? No, I didn't.
No, and then sometimes what I notice is a lot of my bits turn into like I like have a seedling for an idea, but because I won't sit down and actually write it out, it becomes sort of this meandering idea with a funny kernel. But people aren't.
That's a great way to put it, because I have 1,000 of those.
Yeah,
and I was just trying to tell her
do.
the other day, like, I have like this like premise, and there's something there, but I don't know what it is.
But yeah, and if you get up on stage and start talking about that,
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it doesn't, though. Yeah,
that's the bad part.
And that's.
Is that what you did on Kill Tony?
Wreck. I wish that's what I did on Kill Tony.
Oh, okay. The second time when it was good.
Oh, the second time. The second time when it was good.
That first time really haunts you, though.
It does.
Yeah.
The first time is like it. Have you ever woken up feeling so sick that you don't know how you will ever survive it? And it doesn't actually have anything to do with the hangover. It's like this. I deal with shame issues. I've got guilt and shame issues. Guilt and shame are different. Shame is more serious. It's thinking that something is wrong with you. Mm-hmm. And I think that
Guilt
shame is. Guilt is like I feel like I did something bad. And shame is I feel like I am bad.
Yeah. You feel dirty or
so I felt overwhelming guilt that transitioned really quickly into shame surrounding that, because I wasn't taking care of myself in that moment. I wasn't protecting myself and what I have. I was being really fast and loose, and I was living in a way that that would denote that I have no respect for my life. And I'm embarrassed by that. It's probably my most embarrassing moment.
But it's also your past.
The second one, it's my past. Yeah, and you know what? I have to learn to love that side of myself as well, and like be good to her, and just say, okay, this has got to come from some kind of a wounding.
Do you read it all?
What do you think? Honestly,
yes.
What
I would
do you
think yes.
Yeah.
Have you read?
You
The
look
Power?
like a little bookworm.
Have you read The Power of Now?
Oh no, I don't read books like that. I'm kidding. I would read it. Tell me more about it. I was just being a bitch.
No.
I'm kidding.
Don't read books.
What kind of
like
books
that.
do you read then?
At the moment, oh my God, this is going to sound super pretentious as well.
No.
I'm reading David Foster Wallace's first novel.
What is that?
The Broom in the System.
So you read fiction?
Yeah, mostly fiction.
Have you ever read any self-help books?
Some.
Do you like the idea of that or no?
I mean, I'm open to it. I feel like I've already got so much. I've got therapy going on, and I'm interested. I'm always interested, but
I forget what made me ask you
the
that.
Power. What was it called?
It's called
again?
The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
I'll read it if you think it's important.
There's a few that I think would be important for you.
Yeah, I'm totally open to it. I really am. I am hungry for growth right now. I really am.
Oh, that's what brought me to that, was that like that book is all about, it's called The Power of Now, and I know it sounds like woo woo and stuff, but at the same time, like it teaches you that like that there's two versions of you. There's a version of you that's right now sitting here in this room doing a podcast.
Yes.
And that's one side of your brain.
Okay. Yeah.
Not scientifically, like really, that's not one side of your brain, but technically, like in your conscious, it's one side of your brain. Then there's another side of your brain that is who you were up until this point.
Oh. Say that one more time.
So there's you right now sitting here in this room with us podcasting.
Yes.
There's two versions of you. One, you're sitting right here. The other one is everything that's led up to this moment. And that second one doesn't matter. Because who you are right now is what matters. And everything you've evolved to be is what matters most.
You guys.
And that's what that book is about.
That is. You heard it here, folks. The Power of Now. By
I didn't write this stuff. I wish I did.
It is true, though. I have this weird thing. I went to the gym the other day, and I hadn't gone I hadn't stretched in a really long time. And when I stretch, that's when I meditate and go into my Zen place. And I hadn't done it.
You ever do it on edibles?
Probably.
You ever done it on drugs?
I've done home some drugs. No, but there was a period of time when I was I had a friend who was a yoga teacher, so I was doing yoga once a day. I was meditating a lot. And I read the You Are a Badass book, which is essentially a self-help book. Have you read that?
I have. I own it because I found it at the Goodwill. I was like,
that is an
99
incredible
cents.
read. Please definitely do yourself a favor and read it. It just makes it so a little bit easier to access those things that I've never thought about before, like the universe and how I see myself, how I represent, represent myself to other people, all that kind of stuff. That. And so I was meditating, and I started doing this thing where I would sit cross-legged, and you can stretch your butt really well doing that. So I started doing that, and then I would wrap my arms around my knee and like give myself a hug, and I hug me. And then I also hug who I used to be, sort of.
Yeah.
In a way, like I hug my younger self and kind of comfort her.
That's so nice.
In like a way that like it's like we did it, like, or we're doing it.
We're doing it. We're surviving it.
Yeah.
I should start doing that.
It's really helpful.
This is touching.
I'm kind of mean to my little girl.
Yeah, don't be. There's no point.
I know.
Anyway.
I love her too. I really do love her. She's done so many. I'm angry with her for the times that she was lazy. Look at me talking to myself like I'm talking about myself like I am a second person.
No, but technically you are.
Yeah.
Like, and this book, that book breaks it down in a way better way than I did.
So that's why I would. Beautiful job. That was so eloquent. It was really nice.
Thank you, but I mean that was like what, a sentence? This book is a very large.
This book has like
a lot of words.
800 sentences.
There's so many words,
and they're all real. Pretty good.
I'm giving you that book and another book after we leave.
Okay. Yeah, life is good. Life is a journey, and I think that if there's anything that we should allow ourselves is like a little grace in the times where things are going slower than you anticipate.
Yeah, because I agree with that. There was a point where I was like, not lazy in my self-growth, but lazy in like day-to-day.
Me too.
I was just doing what I was doing to get by, and I was like, God, I need to be doing, I constantly am like anxious of like, I need to be doing more. There's so much other things I could be learning, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? I do need a break every once in a while. Because I'd be going to the gym like every single day, eating the best meals every day, like going to acting class like on schedule. Like I was like hitting life so hard.
You were just killing it?
Yeah, I was just fucking killing it. And then like I would take a break and be like, oh wow, okay, I need to recoup. Because then that, you know, the ups and downs are what makes you go after. You just have to make sure you go after it again once you have that low.
Yeah. That's so true. Mm-hmm. I think that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, wait. I've been in a low. No wonder I've been sort of dormant, other than the fact that I've been doing stand-up. But as far as pursuing acting, I've been really quiet on that front. Mm-hmm. I've chosen to be.
When you moved here, besides wanting to get away from Minnesota, that's where you're from, right?
Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always get that in Wisconsin mixed up.
Wisconsin.
So besides moving here to get away from that and to escape the relationship that you were in, you obviously moved here because you felt drawn to LA. Like, what did you think that you were going to do first?
Oh, acting. Yeah,
acting.
I mean,
you wanted to move there, be an actor.
I was going to try to act, and then I also had an idea that I would probably do some writing eventually, which is still on the.
Which is what you're doing. It sounds like.
Docket.
Yeah, I'm writing.
I want to read your short stories.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can let you do that.
That'd be sick.
I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable about them because they come from like little slivers of reality, and I've changed them, and they are fully fiction. But those little slivers just sort of make it. It's so
mean
scary.
A lot to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I got so emotional at the very beginning, because the first thing that I did when I decided I need to start making some shit because I'm bored and like I want to make stuff, and so I wrote a short film and we shot it.
Oh.
It was terrible, but like it was so cathartic because it was my story. It was my struggle. It was like the epitome of the only hardship I've ever gone through, essentially. But it was like it healed me in a way that I feel like I can freely talk about it.
That's so
I've overcome it. I sort of felt like I was over it, but when I really put it to paper and film and was like, this is my insecurity, here, have it, it was like gone.
It didn't have the power anymore.
Right.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I think that I've been too afraid to create art because it goes back to that idea where I feel uncomfortable showing my full self to every person.
Mm-hmm.
If I show people my art, then that's showing them
Even
your full self and more.
more.
Yeah.
But you also got to say fuck it.
That's where I'm getting there.
You also got to say
That's
fuck
the
it.
goal.
I gotta be more like a man,
Because
right?
who do you-
That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Because who
Gotta
do you
think
really
like
have
a
anything
man.
to prove
Fuck everybody.
anyone to, right?
Fuck everyone.
Fuck
Like
everybody.
like when you
but
change,
not anymore.
when you change who you are, depending on who's in the room or whoever you're in front of or whatever, it means you care what they think of you.
I do so too much, more than I should.
So if you just say fuck it, there it is.
Yeah, but
I
you
feel-
gotta
sorry.
you gotta work.
I feel like that's way easier for
towards
a
So
guy.
easy, and it's so much easier said than done,
Yeah.
especially if you've got
Oh,
these like
100%.
deep-seated patterns where you're like, wait,
Yeah.
this person has only seen one side of me for so long. So if I start showing them the other side,
What are the repercussions of that?
they might choose not to know me anymore.
And that's okay.
And you don't
And
wanna
that's
be
been my
lonely.
fear. That's been my fear, and why I've been hiding parts of myself from them for so long.
Well,
Right.
you got to find someone that's going to say, like, no matter what, like, I love you, basically, right?
Yeah.
Unconditional
you-
love
I've gotta have it
makes
for
a
myself.
return to
Like-
the podcast.
Like
Oh.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
Were we just
Hyde.
talking about unconditional love?
I don't know.
I could have sworn we were.
Maybe.
I think another podcast
know.
we were talking. I think earlier who
Wait,
did we talk
what
to
are the
today?
other things that have
Noah.
come
We were
up?
talking to Noah about unconditional love.
The Ring.
What?
The Ring, that was another one. The Ring came up, unconditional love, and there were other.
There was something
There
else.
was one other thing.
Oh yeah, we just keep rehashing
that's a
the
bit.
same
So
conversation.
nice. That's a bit. That's a bit.
No, but this actually is like it's like a room of healing and like
Yeah. I
openness.
Yeah. Because I feel like so many. This is why I wanted to start this, right? Because I feel like so many people like moved here and they just like have been in the fucking grind, right?
Yeah.
They never like stopped and really like thought about anything. Maybe they did. Maybe they took some fucking shrooms or something and thought about it. But like, they never like talked about it or like. Oh, my roommate's home.
I took
But-
shrooms with a motorcycle gang a couple of years ago.
What?
I bet that was
Okay.
wild.
That
Please
was
tell
really,
this story.
Do we have to? How long are we in this podcast?
Yeah, this is
Doesn't-
way too long. Probably we're just getting to the point where we should just go to dinner and talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
everyone
that
else
time,
is
man.
like, "Oh my god, this podcast
Should
is
we?
like
I don't know. I don't want to
3
look.
hours."
I'm totally down to just
We're
stop
at-
and eat and hang out.
Yeah.
We're at 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's
that's
enough.
that's like you're the longest one I think we've had.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
Dave-
besides
We're like-
us.
Oh,
We're like,
ours was
we'll
long
keep
too.
Yeah.
Going. maybe we'll revisit it another
Well,
time.
here's the thing
Wait,
I've been
so
saying.
wait, what
We-
was the motorcycle game? I'm gonna literally say this
Oh
for
yeah.
next time.
I
just drug
I went
stories?
with I went with a friend and her husband who was working for an I don't even know why. How are they connected to the motorcycle gang?
I don't know.
cannot answer that for
We
you.
don't know.
I don't know, but we went camping with a motorcycle gang. I only brought a skirt and champagne that needed to be chilled. I'm an idiot.
Jesus.
I was like, I'm ready to camp.
I know how to do shrooms. Did you know you were doing shrooms when you went there?
No, they just
Oh.
showed up. I was like, oh, fun.
Let me guess. This was in Joshua Tree.
No, mountains somewhere. I don't know where I was.
Oh.
In the
Good
mountains somewhere.
decisions.
And I met this crazy motorcycle guy named Rick. And he had, I'm not kidding, a penis the size of a baby arm. When he entered me, I made a popping sound that was so unnatural. He was
What?
terrifying. He played the Black Keys at full volume on a speaker, like right behind my head. And I was like, I need
And
to go.
you were on shrooms when this was going on?
No, that was like he lives in Los Angeles, and we had one date, and I slept with him, and then I made him take me home.
Wait, what does this have to do with the motorcycle game?
He was a motorcycle. He's in.
That's
the
how you
motorcycle
met
gang.
him?
He's in. So I did mushrooms and danced around a fire with Rick the man who owns a baby arm
on his penis.
A baby arm penis.
I almost had sex at a in college. There was a military school that was VMI. It was very close to my school, and a guy that I went to middle school with went to VMI, and we like had reconnected, and we were always kind of friends, and I was like, well, I want to go. And they have to invite, obviously, people not from their school because there aren't that many girls. And also they like to get new pussy in the area or whatever. Huh? Yeah. Well, he was always really cool, and he's not a bad guy. So I was his date, and we were like making out because I was like, he's super cute, and we've gone on dates before, but the chemistry was never really there, and I think we were kind of trying to force it. Yeah. Because when we went to go have sex, I was like dry as a bone, and his dick was really big too. So it wasn't like just gonna slip in. It was like, no, I needed to be prepped before we did this, and
like good and prepped too.
Yeah, and willing. Like, and half the time I'm thinking, I don't really want to be doing this, so that's not making it any better for entrance for this giant thing into my body. And so I was just like, you know what, I can't. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna feel good. Let's just not. And he was like, okay, that's fine.
Please don't put your broomstick in my vagina.
Yeah. Bigger than a broomstick. It was like this water bottle. It was like
that's one of my torture fears.
Terrifying.
One of my torture fears is being raped with a broom or some kind of a wooden
object.
Stick.
Really?
Or shot. I hadn't thought about other things. Shot up the vagina. I think about that a lot.
Like with a gun?
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, I think your brain goes to like some really dark places.
That's okay.
Mine does. Mine does too.
No, it's okay that it does.
Straight up, I was just talking about this to my mom the other day. I was telling her like, because I was telling her I saw this video of a dog die, right?
Oh no!
And I said I saw a dog get shot by cops, and then I gave her details. She's like, "Don't you dare tell me details." She's like, "No, I'm gonna be thinking about this all day."
They shoot that dog.
It was attacking them. It was attacking police officers.
Was it a pit bull?
It was.
Of course.
Yeah, it was.
Baby.
Yeah, it was sad, and like watching it die was very sad.
But you like gave her.
But I was telling my mom.
Well, you and Mike sent me these fucking videos of people being killed on construction sites.
Mike does.
It's terrible. Well, you entertain it.
I think sometimes they're interesting. That's about it.
Oh my god! Is
not
interesting.
Not interesting,
no,
but like.
I'm not bothered by that word usage.
What you said? What?
I'm not bothered by you saying that watching people's death is interesting.
Oh, I'm not bothered by that at all. Yeah. I just don't find it interesting. I don't care that you guys do or that you have no problem.
You don't want to see it though.
I personally don't. If you want to look at it.
I don't want to see it either, but if he sends me and he's like, dude, it's crazy, I'm going to be like, okay,
well, that's what I'm saying. He obviously enjoys because he follows the fucking Instagram. That's fine. Just don't throw it in my face.
What the fuck kind of Instagram is that?
It's called OSHA. Is this okay? And OSHA is like their...
OSHA is like the company...
Safety hazard company.
Oh
it's terrible.
And it's just basically people messing up at work, but sometimes it involves death.
A lot of times it does.
And
it's horrible. I don't like it at all.
Oh my god.
What?
Maybe people that like scary stuff are like...
More
adept to.
I was very desensitized.
You were probably desensitized, whereas I've been very like everything's pretty and bubbly.
Or I guess I keep thinking like that person has a family.
Oh yeah.
And their death is now a 5-second video clip.
Oh no, Instagram. For sure.
I mean, I don't think about death in a funny way at all.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I don't think that you do.
But. I mean, it's still interesting to like see someone like get sucked into like a wood chipper or something. Like, it's not. It's not.
Oh, is that one of the videos?
No. But that's like an example. I don't think it's interesting.
I'm not saying I'm not making anybody feel weird.
I'm just gonna say I don't think it's interesting, but I'm not gonna look away.
Okay, that's fine. You know? I'm not trying to judge you for doing that. I'm just saying
I'm a rubbernecker. Like I look for blood if I'm passing a car.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like you guys are more predisposed to like not being as sensitive that kind of stuff because you've really lived through some shit. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you remember that video back in the day, like when the internet first kind of got going, of like the American soldier that got his head cut off? Do you remember that?
I was just thinking about this the other day.
Do you remember that?
Oh, I do remember that.
And I saw that was the first time I ever saw that, and I was like, whoa! So anything after that was pretty much like, doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
That was really fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Thanks for
having a seat.
That That was a good podcast.
Thank you for having
Thank
your
you,
hand.
Tierney. Thanks for your hand caricature. Loved it.
Next time, you guys, there's a big reveal. If I ever come back on the show,
To be honest, with this
you-
light, you can't see it so much.
Cool.
It's actually better.
Here, maybe I'll show them the top of my head.
Oh, there it is. She's there. She's been there the whole time. We're not talking to nobody. But yeah,
Okay.
thank you for coming
This is
on and talking
amazing.
to us. You're
Let me
welcome to come back
Okay, cool.
again.
Anytime.
Tell us more stories.
Let's talk again.
And
Bye.
and talk about our progress and everything, and that'll be great.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be actually really dope to have like a catalog of it.
I love it.
I do too.
This is Tierney 1.
Tierney
one.
Tierney 1.
I'm not blackout drunk, you guys. We did it.
Let's go get food.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.